What's up, guys? Gaonan here, and welcome to episode 3 of Drafting to Masters. Most recently, I drafted with Paradox, and in case you either missed the stream or the VODs, I've included the playlist for the Drafting with Masters episodes in the top right corner of this video. So far this month, I've only done 4 drafts. This will be my 5th, so hoping to get through gold on this one and start our climb through diamond. I hope you all have been enjoying the Defiance meta. I certainly have been, but I've just been a little busy, so I haven't got to draft as much as I would like. Without further ado, let's get into our 3rd Drafting to Masters episode. So for our pack 1, pick 1, I think New Order Watchwing is probably the strongest card. A 4/4 flyer for 6 is pretty good. Think about how in past formats, a 3/3 flyer for 5 has been reasonable. Additionally, this card has renowned text on it that is very relevant, so I really like this card a lot. Rista is okay, but the fact that she can't block is truly a liability. She does help you get to higher levels of power since she has a summon effect of drawing a shadow sigil out of your deck, but I think her not being able to block is too big of a liability. Other cards that I think are worth mentioning would be Courier Albatross. This guy is a beast late game and really like the amplify ability. When you and your opponent are in a top deck war and you get this guy and can amplify him once or twice, maybe even 3 times, depending on how late in the game you are, you usually just win at that point. So those are the 3 cards I think you should be looking at. I'm just going to take New Order Watchwing. This is departing from me preferring to be in Skycrag, but I think I'd rather just take the most powerful card at this point. So I think at this point we all understand that the Renown deck is the most powerful combination you can be in, the Ixten Renown deck that is. And Shiny Finder fits into that. He's not a Renown guy, but he is a 2-color pledge card, which is great. He could also just be a 3/3 for 3. And if it's later in the game, he could even ping out some guys to clear the way so you can win. Other cards here that I would look at would be Unmoored Valkyrie or Arachnodon Egg. Even Mischief Yeti is fine, as well as Be Gone, but I'd rather be in the Ixten shell than going into Combray, which really only fits into Keratin. So for me, I'm going to pick Shiny Finder here, even though it does push us into a 3rd color already. It is the colors we would like to be in. If I wanted to stay more open, I would just take Unmoored Valkyrie here, but I think it's fine to take Shiny Finder. Well, maybe we should be going into Combray because Infused Guardian is here. Mischief Yeti, once again, is fine. Be Gone is okay. I don't love Bleak Basin Guide these days. I think I was overvaluing this card early on in the format just because there are so many ping effects that can basically stop this guy from getting any value. And if you don't get him on turn 3, he loses a lot of his value as well. Curator's Spear is like okay removal, and the relics I don't get very excited about. So for me, I'm just going to take the most powerful card in Infused Guardian. Maybe we end up in Genev, maybe we end up in Ixten, we don't really know yet. Maybe we end up somewhere else as well. I like Fireheart Recruit quite a bit. Bannerman is great fixing, fits into any deck. Maddening Whisper is fine, but don't think I really want to push further into time at this point. And then there are tokens for fixing as well. Here I think I'm just going to take Bannerman because I think it keeps us the most open and it really does fit into any deck. This is interesting. So it seems like Combray is open. We're not seeing any other Skycrag cards here, so no Primal, no Fire. And this is really the first time that we get to see any type of a signal, I would say. So it could be that we're abandoning this Shiny Finder and we're in some Combray shell. Penitent Bull I don't like at all. Twin Fang Cobra is... I feel like it's too expensive for what it does. But it does make a card that is otherwise irrelevant relevant with the deadly keyword after it dies, so it's not bad by any means. I think it probably is the pick here. Once again, Unmoored Valkyrie would be okay. I don't love Oni Samurai because you need something to keep pushing him in to get the Warcry value, so I think I'm just going to take the Twin Fang Cobra here. Coastal Recruit is fine filler. Not a whole lot else here for us. I know a lot of people do like Frost Talisman quite a bit. We would be in an unsupported 3-faction pairing at that point, and I think the displays are kind of what draws you into those triple faction pairings. So maybe if we don't see any displays, it's fine to be in a color combination that doesn't have them. Courtier is another option because you could have some good relic synergies in Carandon. The 3 cards that come to mind that are good time payoff relic cards are Seasoned Spelunker, the 3/3 for, I believe it's 3, and it gets +2/+2 while you have a relic, and it has the ultimate pay 5 to play a Power Stone. So it eventually makes itself a 5/5. There's also, I can't think of the name right now, but the 1/1 Endurance that becomes a 3/3 if you have a relic in play. Given that we don't have any of those cards yet and aren't leaning into the relic synergies, I think I'm just going to play Coastal Recruit. I think this card is solid and makes all your decks, especially when you want to play New Order Watchwing. Really not a lot here for us. Don't see a reason to take Sustaining Harp. Oni Samurai is okay. I doubt we're going to be aggressive enough for it to matter. And then you've got Huntsman, which is a good card, but not in this faction pairing because the number of weapons you get are going to be pretty low. And Court Mage, we would just be taking him for Pledge, I guess. Same thing with Breath Stealer. Not really excited about that guy. And Consuming Greed could be like a weird relic payoff, but once again, we're not there yet. I'm just going to take the Oni Samurai since we pretty much know we're going to be in Justice at this point. Intimidator is nice, as is Fireheart Recruit. I even think Aerial Spotter is okay. Curve is pretty flat at the moment, so shouldn't really be thinking about curve consideration too much here. I think we'll take the flyer here in Aerial Spotter and see where it goes from here, since we know we're going to be Justice. Unmoored Valkyrie seems fine. Oathkeeper's Hammer is reasonable as well. But I'm going to take the Oathkeeper's Hammer here. Synergizes really well with New Order Watchwing, so we'll take it here. This token may fix for our second color if we do end up in Shadow, so I think we'll take the Token of Ambition here. Allows us to play things like Annihilate and whatnot from packs 2 and 3. Don't want to play any of these cards, so we'll just take the Scavenge and Borrowed Violence. Drone Dropper seems like a very strong card. Don't know if we can get there with the double fire influence, but it makes me want to take the card here because I think the power level of it is so high. At the end of the day, it's a 3/4 flyer for 4, and it plays more units for you as you attack the enemy. So I think we're going to be a little bit greedy and take the Drone Dropper here and see if fire doesn't pan out for us. The right pick is probably just Strength of Many here. I am eyeing Smuggler's Stash a little bit, and even Crownwatch Longsword is like a decent Renown trigger. But I think the Stash is likely too greedy, but it might be worth taking here. Yeah, I am going to take Smuggler's Stash here. Maybe we don't play any of these time cards and we end up in Windchest. So yeah, let's take Smuggler's Stash. Peacekeeper's Helm is great. Probably just the right card here. We'll take the Peacekeeper's Helm here as a great renown and piece of removal. Granite Acolyte is great for renown. Ancient Defenses is solid as well. But maybe we just end up in Rakano splashing for Smuggler's Stash. And Granite Acolyte seems better rather than just a 4-cost Torch. The fixing here is for Sky Crag, so that's not really enticing us. So yeah, let's take the Granite Acolyte here. I think Crown Watch Longsword is fine. Don't see anything else that's very exciting to us. Recano Stranger seems great fixing for us, so I think we'll take that over Grenadin Drone. Final Shot could be a game ender, especially with New Order Watchwing. Really like that synergy. Copperhall Recruit, not so exciting. Civic Peacekeeper's okay. And I don't think we want to lean into the time more because it seems like we're going more of this Recano direction. So going to take the Final Shot here. Magma Javelin is great. There's also Stone Scar Banner, but we only have one Shadow card at the moment, so I'm not too concerned about getting the fixing, rather just get solid removal. Mithril Mace might make the deck. We won't play any of these. Or any of those. Ooh. Sadly, we just take Frontline Cyclops here, but obviously Pillar of Amar is a bomb. Ashara seems like she could be pretty good too. If we did pick Ashara, I don't think we're trying to splash for her. You know what? I think we're going to be greedy again and just take the Ashara. Maybe we find a way to play her. It's a way to make, these units that are not relevant anymore relevant when they attack with Ashara. Rebel Sharpshooter seems fantastic for us. Don't have a ton of weapons to put on it, but I think it's good enough. Welding Torch seems really good. Better than everything else in the pack. Recano Banner or Recano Stranger? So probably just the Stranger for another 2-drop since we're so low on 2-drops at the moment. So we'll take the Stranger here. Oni Ronin. Like that. Another Magma Javelin makes more sense than Amethyst Ring, so we'll take that. Jek's Choice is definitely some removal, probably worth splashing for, so we'll take that over the Ancient Defenses. Recano Banner, we're very happy to see that. Maybe we play Trick Shot, but unlikely. Recogulator. No. Notorious Scoundrel. Pretty sure that's the pick here. Alright, before we get too deep into this pack, let's first do a quick unit count, make sure we're on track. Yikes, we only have 11 units, and that's without Ashara. So we need to prioritize the units more heavily. We have quite a few weapons, good renowned triggers with Granite Acolyte, Welding Torch, Oathkeeper's Hammer, Final Shot. So Notorious Scoundrel, I don't know if I love it, but I think it still makes the deck. Shingain Forge is definitely late game renown value. I don't know if we can get there though. Mob Rule could be like okay removal, but we're not going super wide most likely. Probably just Aerial Spotter. Yeah, let's just take another Aerial Spotter since we're in need of units. We'll take another Token of Oh, actually Carradine Steward. Oh, can I afford to play this? I mean, we do need 2-drops. Yeah, let's take the Steward here. Bear Arms is fantastic in our deck, so we'll definitely take that. None of these cards are good for us. Maybe we play Endure, I guess. Guess we'll take Coastal Diplomat, but hopefully we don't have to play it. Wow, that premium art is sick. Once again, nothing here for us. We'll take Spitfire, I guess. Surveiller seems good for us. Other option is Token of Vision, but I think we still need units, so we'll take Surveiller. Lethrai Intimidator is most likely to make the deck, but unlikely because it's double Shadow. We'll take Svetya's Bravery. Probably play it too, honestly. And some filler. Oh boy. So we didn't get great shadow fixing, but we do have some very powerful shadow cards. Really, I think we need to look at the attachments as far as cutting cards at this point. The ones that stick out to me the most are Mithril Mace and Crown Watch Longsword. That would put us at 18 power, which is probably where we want to be with this deck. If we are going to be aggressive though, maybe it makes sense to get rid of Final Shot and just have Oathkeeper's Hammer and Welding Torch as our top end weapons. Don't really need 3 of them that we can't play super early on. So yeah, let's cut the Final Shot, play the Crown Watch Longsword, and the rest looks good. Alright, so next let's get the power add to the deck. Add the power. So this is 10 fire, 11 justice, and 7 shadow. Seems right, but it is a little scary. Kind of want to take out 1 shadow, add another fire, but it's scary to do that because of the double shadow cards in our deck. This deck wants double shadow on 3 and 4. It wants double justice on 4, and it wants double fire on 4. Let's do a quick influence count like Paradox taught us. So his method is to count the number of influence in the deck. So Oni Ronin counts as 1, Notorious Scoundrel counts as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fire. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 justice. And how much shadow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shadow. So yeah, this seems right. This is 11 fire sources, 11 justice sources, and then 6 shadow sources. It is a little sketchy, but I think it's what we're going to go with. So I think this is the deck. Just want to close out this drafting and deck building portion by saying thank you for continuing on the journey to Masters with me. I appreciate you guys being here. Next, we'll do another games video where we talk about the deck before we get into the games, and then I'll show off a couple of games. As always, the Games Uncut video will also be available, so you can just watch all the games straight through. There won't be any commentary outside of what's in the games, so you can choose what you like better. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.